would describe my home as very reflective of a California lifestyle with an emphasis on indoor and outdoor space. It's a happy home, it's fresh, it's contemporary, it's filled with art that I love. I'm Lindsay Anyon Brier. I'm an interior designer. We're here at my house in Mill Valley, California that I share with my husband and 3 children. Oh, and this is Satchel, our 4th child. Mill Valley is this quaint town just north of the Golden Gate Bridge in Marin County. It's a really short distance from San Francisco, but has incredible access to the outdoors, hiking, biking, and the Pacific Ocean. We love the outdoor lifestyle here. It's the suburbs without the suburbs. The first time I saw this home, I got a tip that it might be coming on the market, so I peeked over the fence and saw these incredible oak trees that were woven into the outdoor landscape and the palm trees and the wonderful light of the site. We bought the house and I told my husband we'd be doing a really small renovation, which was in reality a massive renovation. The idea was to open up some of the spaces that had become disjointed in previous remodels and create an open kitchen and space for our family to gather more easily and flood the spaces with light. In order for the light to move through every room in the house, I incorporated not only windows, but a lot of skylights into the spaces. We added this quadrant of skylights here to just flood the stairs with natural light, and it really impacts both floors of the house. In the middle of our renovation, my husband had a near-fatal skiing accident, and it sort of turned our world upside down and put life on hold. I've always tried to be really practical when designing for kids, but I think Hank's accident really put that in a new light, where I just wanted the kids to be comfortable and happy and feel safe here. Even more so, there was an emphasis on relaxed living and not worrying about anything being too sacred or precious. Not only do my kids feel comfortable here, but their friends do as well, and that's really important to me. I love being in the kitchen, and the kids are just constantly running in and out of our sort of great room, living room space. Even if they're outside, I feel connected to them and communicate with them. So we're really in the living room and kitchen the most, I would say. I played with the floor plan, and there's a natural nook at the end of the kitchen that could have been a beautiful breakfast room, but in the end, I decided to put the heavy working appliances of the kitchen in there, and that allows the island to really be quiet and just cabinetry, which I think is a little bit of a softer background for the living room space. So standing at that big picture window and looking out to the kids playing outside is a special place for me. I would say that what makes a good room great is the layering of art and handmade artisan pieces. And sometimes that soul can come through antiques in a room. So I love this kind of unusual pairing of this vintage Japanese sculptural settee that's sort of bulbous in shape next to this onyx marble coffee table that I designed after seeing this piece of stone that I just fell in love with. The pinks and the burnt yellows and the grays, just the color palette is incredible in this stone. I feel like it anchors the room. I love how the textures are so different between these 2 pieces, and highlights my love of mixing vintage with contemporary. I really like how art brings the color to a lot of spaces. I like for objects to have negative space around them so you can really appreciate the texture and a lot of times the artist's hand. To me, sometimes it's moving things around, putting things together, and then maybe pulling something out to let the room breathe. This is one of my favorite pieces, Love Over Fear. I love the color and the scale of it and the messaging. You know, I just kind of love that, like, as my kids are going out the door to the bus, that's what they walk by. And I would say, like, in my business and my life, it's also kind of a mantra I try to think about as well. I adhere to one design rule that the art is a little bit more in the entertaining part of the home, the public spaces of the home, and then I've saved our family photos for upstairs for our sort of private space. It took me a while, but I finally collected like a lot of great photos of the kids and Hank and me over the years. And it was so much fun to put it together. I like gallery walls to feel organic. There's lots of family photos on this wall, and some are from our wedding. This is actually from our rehearsal dinner. Hank gave me the movie ticket from our first date that he had kept in his wallet for the 4 years that we were dating. It's starting to look like an ancient artifact. Oh my gosh. My bathroom could probably be another bedroom, but we decided to make our primary suite half of the second floor. You walk into our bedroom, through our closets, into the primary bath. The architect drew it that way, and I was like, wow, I would have never made the bathroom that big, but let's go with it. My father-in-law gave me a trick that a makeup vanity should be fairly narrow so that you can sit closer to your mirror. And so to honor him, I did a little cutout of that at my vanity. There's lots of moments of joy in this house. I really put an emphasis on getting outside from almost every room in the main floor of the house, which really, I think just the access to the outdoors brings us a lot of joy. We are lucky to embrace indoor-outdoor living in California. We put in a pergola that's growing a California grapevine, and we have an outdoor dining space there. We have a tiny little vegetable garden that my daughter and I like to plant and cook from. And the boys are constantly outside playing basketball, playing lacrosse. Home means personalization, comfort, a place that can provide a lot of different types of energy depending on what you need. A happy home is, of course, based on the people in the home and the experiences that you have together. But certainly I feel good design and a backdrop that elevates how you feel can contribute to those emotions as well. It brings us together. It also gives us places to recharge individually. And I think my home really does that.